Question. Identify the correct sequence of accounting process. Options. Communicating, recording, identifying, recording, communicating, identifying, communicating, recording, identifying, recording, communicating. Answer option D. Identifying, recording, communicating. Identifying, recording, communicating is the correct sequence of accounting process. Question. Bookkeeping mainly consists of which part of accounting process? Options. Analyzing, preparing financial statements, recording financial information, auditing the books of accounts. Answer option C. Recording financial information. Bookkeeping is the recording of financial transaction and is a part of the process of accounting in business. Bookkeeping refers mainly to the record-keeping aspects of financial accounting and involves preparing source documents for all transactions, operations, and other events of a business. Question. Auditing refers to dash. Options. Reporting the financial information, examination of financial information, preparation of financial statements, maintaining the ledger accounts. Answer option B. Examination of financial information. Auditing refers to examination of financial information. A financial audit is an objective examination and evaluation of the financial statements of an organization to make sure that the financial records are a fair and accurate representation of the transaction they claim to represent. Which of the following is the external user of financial statements? Option. Manager of the business, CEO of the business, creditor of the business, controller of the business. Answer option C. Creditor of the business. Creditor of the business is the external user of financial statement. External users are people outside the business entity or organization who use accounting information. Which of the following is the internal user of financial statements? Options. Creditor of the business, government agency, shareholder of the business, manager of the business. Answer option D. Manager of the business. Manager of the business is the internal user of financial statements. Internal users are people within a business organization who use the financial information. Dash is the first phase of accounting cycle. Options. Identifying an economic event or transaction, preparing journal, posting entries to ledger accounts, making decision about business. Answer option A. Identifying an economic event or transaction. Identifying an economic event or transaction is the first phase of accounting cycle, which includes any transaction involving the use or exchange of a company's assets. Dash is a separate legal entity whose total capital can be divided into many shares. Options. Partnership, sole proprietorship, company, non-profit organization. Answer option C. Company. Company is a separate legal entity whose total capital can be divided into many shares. Question. An asset possesses which of the following? Options. Future economic benefits for the business, all kinds of benefits for the business, expenses for the business, merits and demerits for the business. Answer option A. Future economic benefits for the business. An asset possesses future economic benefits for the business. An asset is a resources with economic value that an individual, corporation or country owns or controls with the expectation that it will provide a future benefit. Question. Liabilities are which of the following? Option. Resources, obligations, future benefits, expenses. Answer option B. Obligations. Liabilities are obligations. Liabilities are defined as a company's legal financial debts or obligations that arise during the course of a business operation. Dash is the gross inflow of economic benefits. Options: assets, liabilities, income, expenses. Answer option C, income. Income is the gross inflow of economic benefits during the period arising from the course of the ordinary activities of an entity when those inflows result in increase in equity other than increases relating to contributions from equity participants. Question: an asset must be dashed by the business to be shown as an asset in its balance sheet. Option: possessed, owned, controlled, used. Answer option B, owned. In accounting, for an item to be recognized as an asset on a business's balance sheet, it must be owned by the business. Ownership implies that the business has a legal control and rights over the asset, allowing it to use, sell, or otherwise benefit from the asset's economic value. Option A, C, D are not sufficient condition for an item to be classified as an asset. Question: which is the most important characteristics that all assets of a business have? Option: long life of assets, value of assets, intangible nature of assets, future economic benefits. Answer option D, future economic benefits. Future economic benefit is the most important characteristics that all assets of a business have. What is the basic accounting equation? Options: capital plus liabilities equal to assets, assets plus liabilities equal to capital, capital plus assets is equal to liabilities, liabilities minus capital equal to assets. Answer: capital plus liabilities is equal to assets. Capital plus liabilities equal to asset is the basic accounting equation. The fundamental accounting equation, also called the balance sheet equation, represents the relationship between the assets, liabilities, and owner's equity of a person or business. It is the foundation for the double entry bookkeeping system. Which of the following is a liability? Cash, equipment, debtors, creditors. Answer option D, creditors. Creditors are a liability. Creditors means the persons to whom business owes money. Creditors are the person to whom the money is payable by the business in future. So it is a liability of a business towards creditors to pay them in future. So it comes under current liabilities in balance sheet. What is equity? Option: cash from the business, liability of a business, owner's claim on total assets, owner's claim on total liabilities. Answer option C, owner's claim on total asset. Owner's claim on total asset is equity. Total claims include liabilities, which are all the debts that the business owns but has not yet paid out, as well as owner's equity, the value of the business that has granted by the owner investment. Identify the asset from the following: cash and cash equivalent, creditors, notes payable, bank loan. Answer option A, cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalents are the most liquid current asset found on business's balance sheet. Cash equivalents are short-term commitments with temporarily ideal cash and easily convertible into a non-cash amount. Dash is the withdrawal of cash and goods by the owner of the business for his or her personal use. Depreciation, drawings, outflow of cash, appreciation. Answer option B, drawings. Drawing is the withdrawal of cash and goods by the owner of the business for his or her personal use. Assets in the form of cash or goods which are withdrawn from a business by the owners for their personal use are termed as drawings. Next question: net loss occurs when? Options: expenses are greater than income, expenses are less than income, expenses equal income, liabilities are greater than income. Answer option A. Expenses are greater than income. Net loss occurs when expenses are greater than income. A net loss, sometimes referred to as net operating loss. Net operating loss, NOL. Net operating loss occurs when expenses exceed the income or total revenue produced for a given period of time. Double entry implies that options: recording entries in journal, recording entries in ledger account, recording two aspects of every transaction, recording every transaction in books. Answer option C. Recording two aspects of every transaction. Double entry implies that recording two aspects of every transaction. The double entry system of accounting or bookkeeping means that for every business transaction, amounts must be recorded in a minimum of two accounts. Identify the nominal account. Options: machinery account, building account, creditors account, rent expenses account. Answer option D. Rent expenses account. Rent expenses account is a nominal account. In other words, nominal accounts are the accounts that report revenues, expenses, gains and losses.